Welcome to the Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, your host. I'm looking forward to diving into today's episode and giving you a little bit more direction so you can elevate your business, elevate your life, and make a difference in the world. If you like anything you hear today, make sure you share it along, make a difference in someone else's life. And if you do like something, make sure to go to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. It makes a whole world of a difference for us here at the podcast to continue to do this, to bring great guests, great information to you so you can elevate your business, elevate your brand, elevate your life, and take big steps moving forward. Thanks again, and let's dive into the episode. Welcome back to another recording of Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit on, taking ownership. Because we all have things going on in life. We all have things that come at us, obstacles, frustrations, ups and downs. And, a lot of people like to just focus on all the negatives. Well, woe's me. Of course, this always happens. No shocker there, or typical. And they're just inviting all that negativity, all that bad juju, whatever you want to call it, into their lives. And they're focusing on, woe is me, always the negative things happen to me. And we've got to change our perspective with it. We've got to have a different mindset. We've got to have a different outlook. If an obstacle gets in our way, this is what it is. And I'm going to either go around it, over, or through it. It doesn't matter. It's not going to stop me. You could still, it sucks. Yeah, this is unfortunate, but it's not going to stop me. We've got to change that mindset from, I'm always negative stuff always happens to me. Nothing good ever happens to me, to good things are coming. Good things are going to happen. And then take the steps forward to make those things happen. We have to take ownership no matter what. It's on us. And so I wanted to read a quote that George Patton, general in the Army back in World War II, said. And it goes, "Discouragement is temporary. Obstacles are overcome, and doubt is defeated, yielding to personal victory. You need to overcome the tug of people against you as you reach for high goals. Accept the challenges so that you may feel the exhilaration of victory." And that's what we have to do. We have to understand that all these setbacks, all these discouragements, they're temporary. They're going to be overcome as long as we keep moving forward in a positive direction. And as long as we're still kicking and breathing, it's not the end. There's always a chance to overcome it, always a chance to succeed. And you just got to stick with it long enough. It's like the story of the guy who's, told there's a bunch of gold in his property. And so he starts digging in the spot that it's supposed to be. And he's digging and digging. And he's, if you've ever dug a hole at all with equipment or not, it's tiring. Especially when you get to the point where you have to hand dig. And so he's digging away by hand, and it's hot, and he's just tired, and he hasn't had any success. He might have inklings of success now and then, little tiny nuggets of gold. And so it keeps him going to that next point. But he gets into a drought. He gets into a spot where he hasn't seen any gold. He hasn't gotten any gold. And he's getting really discouraged. And it's this point in our journeys that when we're super discouraged, when we just haven't had any wins recently. Have we had wins? Or are we just focusing on the big goal and not having that yet? Could the little win be that the guy had dug just a little bit farther that day, that he's still healthy, that he's not hurt, that he's made improvement? Those little wins are what we have to look at in those times of discouragement. But this guy in the story, he keeps digging. Again, he's in this drought and he's in this path of discouragement, and he gives up. He said, "There's no gold here." He said, "I've been digging for so long and I haven't found anything. So I'm done. I'm just going to go back to town and be done with this." So he sells this land to another individual. And this individual takes over and he starts digging. And not too long after this guy starts digging, he hits gold. He hits a lot of gold. So which person are you? Are you the one who's going to give up just short of the gold you're going towards? Because in the grand scheme of things, it really is a short. Life's not long if you think about it. In the blink of an eye, I'm already 32. And so are you going to be the person who gives up just shy of your goals? Or are you going to continue on? Because if you're continuing on, if you're getting better, if you're getting closer to those results, if you're improving, if you're not just sitting still and being complacent and saying, oh, I'm never going to hit the goal. If you're actually moving towards it and trying to improve and be better and take those steps, I truly believe you can get there. So you're going to be the person that's just complacent, sitting there, focusing on your shortcomings. Or are you going to be the person who continues to go for a while and then gives up just short of gold? Or are you going to be the person who sees it through to the end, to the success, to the goal, to the outcome you're going for? You get to choose. And you're the only one who can choose. So think and take that today. And again, remember, discouragement is temporary. Just keep moving forward. Accept those challenges so that when you're at the end, when you accomplish what you set out to accomplish, it's just that much sweeter. That's it for today. Keep going out, elevating what you're doing, elevate your brand, and we'll talk to you next time. And thanks so much for tuning into this episode today. If you found value at all from this episode, please leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. It just helps us get this show, these messages out in front of more people. And don't forget to share this with someone who you think could benefit from listening to as well.